Let's talk about MicroStrategy, how it's leading the way. We're also going to look at the economic calendar real quick, but before we get going, check out Capital Curiosities. There are financial histories, financial scams throughout history, story time sort of channel. If you're tired of the headlines, you just want to listen to something interesting, it's got kind of a podcast style. I've been enjoying the stories that they tell. They drop a new video every week. They're a brand new channel, as you can see here by the fact that they've only got 5 videos. Go ahead and give them a view. Their link is in the description. Let's move on. All right, economic calendar. Today, Tuesday, May 20th, we've got 4 Fed presidents talking today, so there will be some volatility. Then we've got two of them talking here on Wednesday as well, and that's the only event happening on Wednesday. Then Thursday, we have initial jobless claims. We're watching that very, very closely. And then we're also, Friday, we've got 2 more Feds. Also, we got one on Thursday, too. Also, flash services PMI. That wasn't like super important to me, but I'll still look at it. All right, let's take a look at MicroStrategy. So we're going to talk about MicroStrategy real quick here and what we're noticing in this chart. Now, it's not playing to this fractal perfectly, but if we look at this fractal, this is around the area where it topped out in terms of price action in the past before it rolled over and came back lower, okay? So what are we seeing right now in the price of MicroStrategy? Well, we are seeing something of an upward channel that has turned into a bull flag, okay? So we got that upper channel that's turning into a bull flag. Now, that is a bullish setup, and it is interesting, but if we drill down, let's go ahead. If we look at this really closely, we could see something that could be a head and shoulders forming, which could take us all the way back down to about 276, which would tap the top of this descending channel right down here in the 270s range. That is possible. Now, this is basically doing exactly what I said before, where Bitcoin is barely off of its highs. It's a few $1,000s off of its highs, which it's just a few, very few percentage points off of its highs. Meanwhile, MicroStrategy is well over 30% from its highs. Bitcoin's not 30% from its highs. So MicroStrategy is setting up to make a lower high here. Now, if this bull flag scenario plays out, let's take a look at that. If the bull flag scenario plays out, we go to the bottom of the bull flag, right? There we go. Go about halfway up there. Let me make that smaller. Go to the halfway point at the top of the flag. Boom, there we go. We could see a movement of about 80% from where it currently is, right? That would take it up to about 626 if this bull flag plays out. Now, that would require a significantly higher price on Bitcoin than right now, and also a significantly higher price on Bitcoin than what it reached in the past. Its previous all-time high, it's going to have to knock that out of the water. We're talking about it having to hit $150,000, proving that it can do that in order to see this move on MicroStrategy. Now, at this time, I am watching this level very closely, and I'll draw a line on there, tell you which one I'm watching. I'm watching this level right, let me see here, about right here, very, very closely. Draw my line right there. I'm going to lock that down. I'm going to put a once per bar close on the 1-day chart, a once per bar close crossing down alert. I'm going to put message, and I'm just going to put on here timber. Meaning this is the area I would expect it to come rolling over. I would expect that is a head and shoulders, and it's going to come rolling over all the way back down to the bottom of the range, tap the top of this ascending channel here somewhere in the 200s, okay? And then, oh, but wait, there's a bullish scenario here as well. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to put a line just above the highs. I'm going to lock that down, and I'm going to say crossing up, and I'm going to say once per bar close, message, bullish to 500. Now, does that mean it's going to hit 500? I was on all caps. Not necessarily, but it kind of gives me an idea of where I'm expecting it might go. Like it crosses that, we could go up to, this previous high in the 500s potentially. The potential is there. So that's what I'm doing on MicroStrategy right now. I'm watching it like that. And I would be trading this on MSTX. That's what I would be doing, which is down here. No. All right. MSTX. I'd be trading it on MSTX, which is down here. See, look at, okay, so this is a word of caution if you're trading the 2x and 3x levered funds. When these things go against you, you generally need to let them go, because look at this. All right, so MicroStrategy is 30% off its highs, okay? 30% off of its highs. MSTX is currently, let me try to line that up. MSTX is currently 400% off of its highs, okay? 400% off of its highs compared to 30% off of its highs. So these leveraged funds are a double-edged sword here. They can cut you both ways, right? They can take you to meteoric heights, and they can dump you like crazy, all right? So I'd play it on MSTX, and on MSTX, I would not expect it to go all the way up to here, right? I would not expect it to go 400% up, right? This is a 2x fund on MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is 30% off the highs. So this thing, at most, I would expect a 60% move, right? At most, I'd be expecting a 60% move on this thing right now, which would be about $78, which, you know, it's not even really a double up, but that's what I would be expecting, about a 60% move on this thing. Maybe a 100% move if MicroStrategy can take out the previous high, which would take it, you know, somewhere around the, you know, the $80, $90 level. Okay. If you were buying in the 100s on MSTX, I'm sorry, it's probably not going to get back there unless Bitcoin goes into like the 200s. Okay, 200,000s. So keep that in mind. If you're buying at the hundreds on MSTX, you're having a bad time. You're going to continue to have a bad time. You are likely not going to recover on that one. And that is the challenge of the leveraged funds. They tend to go down more and up less than their underlying. So you have to be strategic. You have to be willing to cut them if they go against you, and you have to be willing to take profit when they reach heights. Okay. That's an important thing to pay attention to. All right, let's take a look real quick at Bitcoin. See where Bitcoin's hanging out today. We're down 1% before the market opens, so that's going to hurt us. You can see that we are hanging out in my channel. We're still just in my channel here. Still just hanging out in that channel. As long as we're in this channel, we still have the opportunity for extreme bullish up move. Look how this thing, okay, look how this structure right here looks exactly like this structure right here before we launched, right? We went flat, up, down, and then launch. Flat, up, now we're going down. And then what comes after that down? I don't know, a launch back to the top of the channel. So right now, I'd be expecting this to like hit the bottom of my channel here around 104, 100, and then launch up to the top of the channel, potentially reaching $115,000 to $116,000. And that's where we find out if this thing has real legs or not. Okay. That is what we're looking at right now. Bitcoin is looking like it's ready to give us that significant launch. Let's see what's the percentage. If we come to the bottom of the channel, we go to the top of it, like let's say we do it a couple of days later. I keep being too close, too zoomed in on my chart. Let's say it happens by the end of May, right? Let's just say it happens by the end of May. We're looking at a potential 16% move, which on MicroStrategy could be a 30% move. So it could touch the highs again. Potentially on MSTX, that could be a 60% move. On the Bitcoin miners, who knows what that's going to be? Those have not been measurable, to be honest. They really haven't been measurable consistently, so I'm not even going to try to make an assumption of where they may go. I just know that that will mean they will go up. All right. That's where we're at with the Bitcoin miners. That's also something to point out here on Bitcoin. We're getting close to the end of the cycle here. And I'll make a video later this week, maybe even today as a second video, talking about the fact that we're getting close to the end of the 4-year cycle here. We're getting to the point where the profits are going to be made or they aren't, and we need to walk away. That's basically where we're on that precipice now. And we will be talking about that as we go into the end of the year. Some people aren't going to like that. They're not going to want to hear it because they're going to feel like they haven't made enough money or they've made too many mistakes. The cycle can't possibly be over yet. We're going to run into 2026 because the tariffs screwed things up and made us take longer. No, just no. That's not how it's going to work. It's going to do its 4-year cycle. It's going to go high. It's either going to give us a blow off top or it's going to roll over and die. Those are the only two things that are going to happen. Okay. We're gonna roll over and come back into the 70s, or we're gonna go and see the high hundreds, and that's it. Those are the two options that lay before us. I don't necessarily see it going flat. This is not a stable type of asset. It doesn't just sit still. It doesn't like sitting still. It's either cratering or mooning. That's what it likes to do. All right. Anyways, that's all I've got for you this morning. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description, as well as the channel bio. If you're in a mood to listen to some stories, go and check out Capital Curiosities and have a profitable day.